Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah. All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem Rekakadash. Yahweh being the name of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shah being the name of His only begotten Son, who they ignorantly call Jesus Christ. Now, when you look at America and the prophecies in the Bible, you learn the truth about the future, because the prophecies is to tell, it means to tell before. And when you're talking about Yahweh Shah, who they ignorantly call Jesus Christ, the testimony of him, his good news, his the information about his life, because that's what they call the gospel, the four books with Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. What that represents is written in Revelation 19 and 10. It says, let me get right to the point. It says, and your brethren that have the testimony of Yahweh Shah. It says, worship God, for the testimony of Yahweh Shah is the spirit of prophecy. So when you're talking about the testimony or the gospel of Yahweh Shah, the Messiah, it's the spirit of prophecy. That's why he said he came to fulfill. See, he didn't come to destroy, but he came to fulfill. What was he fulfilling? He was fulfilling prophecy, because his testimony, or the testimony about him, is the spirit of prophecy. That's Revelation 19 and 10. So what is the prophecies? The prophecies is that it'll tell you in verse 11 of Revelation 19 that he's going to come and judge and make war. Who is he going to make war with, and what's going to be going on when he come? Okay, let's get straight to the point. Isaiah 63 tells you who he's coming to make war with and why he's going to have blood on his garments. Isaiah 63 verse 1, it says, who is this that cometh from Edom, or coming to Edom? Because that from in the Hebrew, they messed that thing up. It's coming to. Who is this that cometh to Edom with dyed garments to Basra? See, who is this? This is Yahweh Shah, the Messiah, the Son of God. He's going to be coming to Edom, and his garments is going to be red from the blood of the Edomites. See, this is what this is all about. And Basra is America. It's the capital city. Now let's go to Isaiah 47, because it gives you another name for America. Isaiah 47 verse 1, come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Now, the reason it's called a virgin daughter of Babylon, because it has not been touched. See, since it's been beginning, they haven't really touched America. America orchestrated some bombs the Japanese to come attack Hawaii, which is really not even in America, where these so-called Edomites live. A very tad bit of Edomites live in Hawaii. So America has been untouched. Nobody has came in America, no military, no kind of war has ever gone on in America. So it's the virgin daughter of Babylon. And so verse 3, it says, talking about Yahweh shall say, thy nakedness shall be uncovered. Yeah, thy shame shall be seen. This is what Isaiah 63 was talking about. I will take vengeance. See, he said that In Isaiah 63, it say vengeance. He gonna get vengeance, and the year of his redeem is come. He's here in Isaiah 47:3. It say, I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man. See, he's not gonna meet these Edomites as a man. He's not gonna come to America as a man. He's gonna come to America as a spiritual being, a powerful spiritual being that's undefeatable. Okay, then you go to Isaiah 34, verse 5. It says, for my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Edom and upon the people of my curse to judgment. You see? Look at verse 8. It say, for it is the day of the Lord's vengeance. See, he's going to come down on Edom, and this virgin daughter of Babylon, or Babylon the Great, this is where he's coming. And he's coming with fire. Let's get that real quick, and then we're going to go to Revelation. Isaiah 66 verse 15, and say, behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger and his fury and his rebuke with flames of fire. 16, for by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many. So he's going to come with fire. That's why I say the Lord is a consuming fire, because he is going to be in the fire that's destroying Edom, Babylon the Great, America. Now, Babylon the Great is certified America because it talks about Babylon the Great two places. Revelation 13 is talking about America, Babylon the Great. That's that two-horned beast, because verse 10 let you know it's a land of captivity. And verse 11 of Revelation 13 let you know that it's a two-horned beast that has power pretty much over the inhabitants' earth. Then when you get to Revelation 17, it says that this great city, Babylon the Great, it reigns over the earth. All the kings of the earth is being reigned over by this empire of America. Then when you go to verse 16, they tell you that the 10 horn, the allies that's outside of America, is going to burn her with fire. You see? It's going to utterly destroy her. Then when you get to Revelation 18, it tells you again that this Babylon the Great, this great city, or this daughter of Babylon, is a land of slaves. Revelation 18 and 13. It has slaves. Slaves is being sold in America, in this great city, which is America. You see, verse 18 say, what city is like America? No city is like America when it comes to selling merchandise and the ships that's coming to this place and leaving this place. No other place in the world is like America. And so in World War III, you got that in Revelation 16. Revelation 16 in 14, get straight to the point. He says, for this Revelation 16 and 14, for they are spirits of devils working miracles, which go forth to the kings of the earth and of the whole world, to gather them to the battle of the great day of God Almighty, which is called Armageddon. He's going to gather them to that Middle East, and gather them to war, pretty much, in layman terms. But the great conclusion is going to be in verse 18. See, the World War III going to have a great conclusion, a climax. And the climax is going to be verse 18, this Revelation 16 and 18. There was voices, thunders, lightnings. There was a great earthquake, such as was not since were upon the earth, since men were upon the earth. So mighty and great, so mighty an earthquake and so great. What is this earthquake gonna do? Verse 19. And the great city. So the earthquake is gonna hit the great city. But it's not an earthquake as what people think. Look at the rest of verse 19. It say, and the great city was divided. See, an earthquake don't divide no city, man. And verse 21 gonna break it down how this city was divided. And not only this great city gonna be divided, but it says the cities of nations fell too. It's gonna fall right along with uh America and these other cities, the islands. It said every island fled away. So the cities of the island is gonna fall away by this earthquake. But look how the earthquake is created. Verse 21. It said there fell upon men a great hail out of heaven. See, it says, and men blaspheming God because of the plague of the hail, for the hail was there exceedingly, for the plague thereof was exceedingly great. So this hail, this plague of the hail, as coming out of heaven is going to be those nuclear missiles coming to destroy this great city and other cities around, surrounding this Babylon the Great, the land of slavery of the Israelites, the land of the slavery of the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. See, the slaughter of the Native Americans, 70 million Native Americans were slaughtered on this land. That's why in Exodus it say the land cannot be cleansed but by the blood of him that shed the blood. See, the land gonna be defiled with the blood until the person who made the blood spill on the ground, till his blood is spilled. That's when the land can be cleansed, and the fire is gonna help the cleansing even further. You see, then you had 100 million slaves during the slave transition when Ezekiel 17, when Israel was being carried away captive to this land of merchandise, to this land of traffic. It was 100 million slaves died in the process. See, where the tornadoes come, that's exactly the route that the slaves was being thrown off of the boats, because it's a spiritual thing. And see, they holding God's heritage, they holding God's people hostage here in Babylon the Great, America. That's what Isaiah 50:33. They refused to let the Israelites go, the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom, the blacks and the Hispanic. And so this is the conclusion. This is in Revelation 16, give you the conclusion of what's going to happen. Revelation 6 give you the conclusion when they say they're going to have bunkers, doomsday bunkers, the rich people. See, Bill Gates got $5 million bunkers on his property. You see, on his properties that he got $5 million bunkers. And that's an estimation. Then you got Revelation 6 saying that the chief captains and the rich men of the earth is going to hide themselves in the rocks, hiding from judgment. See, because they know this nuclear holocaust is coming for them and for the wickedness of their forefathers. That's why in 1 Samuel 15, he said, I remembered the sins of your forefathers. So Saul, go exterminate all of these Edomites, because they was trying to mess with my peoples when I brought my peoples out of Egypt. They was standing there waiting on them, and I had to help them win. And I set up a altar there saying Jehovah Jireh or Yahweh Jireh, and to put a memory that they tried to attack my people. As soon as I got my people out of Egypt, you had the Edomites there trying to attack them. You see? So that's why he coming to Basra. That's why America is Basra. And just like Isaiah 63 said, he's coming here to destroy this place. This place will be a desert. This place will be a memorial like Sodom and Gomorrah, a desert for the remembrance of the slavery of the children of Israel by a coalition of the other nations. Was that Psalms 83 and Psalms 2? They came against the Lord and his people. You see, trying to destroy his people for jealousy because he picked them and not all nations. They wanted him to pick all nations. That's why Christianity is a worldwide religion, because this is what their desires of their heart, for God to choose all nations to be his people. But he only chose one nation. He had a specific plan. That's Romans 9 and 11. He got a specific plan that he wanted to play out, but the nations don't like that. They don't agree with that plan. Same the way they did in the Tower of Babel. That's why this place is called Babylon, because it's a melting pot for the nations. They wanted to come together, and he didn't want them to come together at that time. He separated the sons of Adam. What's that? Deuteronomy 32 and 7. You see, so this situation is being has been prophesied about, and Yahushua is the spirit of that prophecy, of those prophecies. His testimony is the spirit of all the prophecy. That's what Yahushua, that's the gospel. That's what the testimony of Yahushua is, the spirit of all these prophecies that's in this Bible. He said he come in the volume of the book. It's written of him. The word that he speak is spirit. The word is the spirit. And they are prophecy. He telling you what's going to happen from the beginning. He telling you the end. What's that? Isaiah 46:10. He telling you the end in the beginning. So he telling you the future. He's predicting what's going to happen before it happens, because he's making everything happen. What's that? Proverbs 21 verse 1. He's making everything happen. And so this is the fate of America. This is the destiny of America and these wicked Americans who's participating in oppressing the children of Israel, and especially the ones who's keeping the commandments and having the faith in Yahushua. But I'm going to leave it there. All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Kakadash. Double honor to the elders pushing the truth. Peace to the elect, the blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, descendants of slaves scattered around the globe. Our kingdom of Israel is at hand. Shalom.